Good win by our guys. It's a really good team, and they obviously missed some shots, but I thought our weak side defense was really good. For them to shoot 26-27% from the three, our activity on the weak side was really good. We had 5 guys on a string, and so when we went to go help on dribble drives, our weak side was active the right way. And speaking of the dribble drives, our guys did a pretty good job of keeping the ball out of the middle on their drives, and so our on-ball defense was pretty good with the level of physicality and keeping it on the sidelines. That was pretty good. They had 38 paints in the point. They've been really, really good scoring in the paint, and our guys did a good job trying to cover that and getting out to the 3-point line. I think at the end of the day, offensively for us, to get up 48 threes was great because, with Wemby down the floor, you got to shoot the ball, and you got to shoot the ball if he's guarding you, or if you come off a pick and roll and you're open, you got to let it fly. Especially if you touch the paint and you spray it, you got to let it fly. And we got great shooters on the team, and shooting 35% was pretty good against these guys tonight. And then we want to play fast. We want to keep playing fast. So scoring 23 fast break points was huge, but more importantly was our ability to offensive rebound. We had 18 offensive rebound, and we scored 22 second chance points off those 18 offensive rebounds. So good win by our guys tonight.
Like the way you guys started the game, obviously offensively it wasn't perfect out of the stretch, but defensively the way you guys locked in and then accepted challenges. Was there a message, or what was the mindset of the team on the defensive end to get them to lock in the way they did today?
I said this before, even some of the games that we haven't scored a lot of points, like at Chicago and then at Houston, our defense has gotten better, right? So to start the game, they had got out in transition. I think 11 of their first 19, the way we charted, 11 of their first 19 points were in transition. And so our guys did a better job of cleaning that area up. And then once that happened, and we started taking the right shots, you tell our guys, hey, let that thing fly. Once we started letting it fly, then good things started to happen.
That second quarter where you guys started to build some separation, you went to that lineup of, what was it, Alvarado, Diawara, Towns, Bridges, Anunoby. I think that lineup only played maybe 9 minutes throughout the last couple games. Just what did you see from that lineup? Why did you go to them, and what did you see from them tonight?
Well, our rotations for the most part have been the same the last couple of games, Milwaukee and tonight. And again, I've said this before. I got to keep getting a feel for the team and trying to figure out who should play with who and when guys should come in and go out. And so my minute sheet, I just use the same one from the last game because there's a little bit of comfortability from me with it, and hopefully as time goes on, our guys get more comfortable. So it wasn't anything like we were searching or anything. It's a process of who should play and when they should play, and again, based on the combinations and all that other stuff.
Who was your defensive player tonight?
Mikal. Could have gone to a few people, but Mikal was our DPOG tonight.
Coach, having Castle guard call to switch on Jalen on a 1-5 screen, did you make any adjustments offensively to kind of get Cat in position and move kind of Jalen off with Castle guarding Cat?
No, we try not. We try not to do anything out of the box. We just want to play, and we'll try to post them. We'll tell them to go offensive rebound, which I don't even know how many offensive rebounds he had. He had 5 tonight, so he was extremely impactful. So we'll tell them to offensive rebound, and then in transition, it's hard for them to get matched up like that sometimes, and so that's why we want to play fast because they're saying, no, you here. We're able to attack and get good looks. And so we don't, again, we have some plays for what we call a cross match, but we only go to them every once in a while.
Mike,
It's
when
home
you,
court. You had you came in before Jeremy against the Pistons here at home, and then tonight and Milwaukee, same minute sheet. It seems like Mo has been kind of like that 10th guy on the bench. What do you feel about the 14 points you got, 14 shots, 14 minutes? He was so effective for him to be so young and produce those results, especially with someone like Jeremy, kind of not real like drama pressure, but a little internal pressure to earn his spot and prove his case to get this kind of performance from him.
Well, first thing I would say, Mo was not afraid. I've said this to you guys before. For a young guy, I've thrown him out there in games to start on national TV, and he didn't bat an eye. And he might have started 3 games in a row. Then he might not have played at all the 4th game. He doesn't bat an eye. He's the most confident young man I've been around, and he's got a chance to be that good, really good. And he's worked extremely hard on his shooting because, like you saw tonight, his teams play off of him, and Peter Patton and Coach Tyndale, they've done great things with him as well as the rest of the staff. But confidence-wise, you don't have to worry about that. What you said is correct. He and Jeremy right now are 9th and 10th, 10 and 9, and they both have to just keep themselves ready because their number can be called at any time.
Mike,
I know you like to give 2 more absolutes, but was today the best defensive performance that you guys have had all season?
I'm not sure, but it was high level. Because I just can't remember all the games, but it was high level. I know that the 8 middle drives that we gave up, I think that's the best because usually that's a sticking point for us. Giving the ball, giving up the middle. If a guy, you think about it, if the ball gets to the nail, he's 1 pass away, she's 1 pass away. I can finish right, I can finish left. If we keep it on the sideline now, those guys are 2 passes away. You get the sideline and baseline as extra defenders. So in terms of that, we were really good. But I'd have to, I don't know, but it was a high level defensive game.
All right, James, last one.
Yeah.
Carroll's performance, as you mentioned, was positively loud on both sides of the floor.
Yeah.
There's games where he plays well, it doesn't show up. There's games where I'm sure you guys want a little bit more. How would you characterize the season Mikal has had as in a new offense? He came here. There's a lot of guys on this team that can score. How would you characterize his season and trying to find his way this year?
Just as a process, new coach, new system, defensively, offensively. Not only that, new team, more guys behind him. Landry didn't play much last year. Deuce didn't play much last year. You got Jose, you can move Jalen to the 2 guard. There's different ways we can go, and whether it's Mikal or this guy, that guy, or this guy, if we need to make a change during the course of the game because we feel we might need a little something different, whatever that different may be, it's there. And so, again, it doesn't, guys don't always get the minutes and or the shots that they want, but the neat part about it, our first standard is about sacrificing. And everybody in that room is willing to sacrifice to make sure that we're trying to achieve one common goal, and Mikal is one of those guys.